turn that off for now. Okay. Well, hello and good evening, everybody. Happy Father's Day for the dads out there. I am celebrating mine far away. But here we are. I don't have anything to do today, so I've been working on printers most of the day. And I've got some more to work on. So I'll give you guys a bit of an update first to kind of go through things, and then I'll kind of get started into them. The V0, it prints very well. Not gonna lie, I'm really shocked, honestly. I've only done a bar on cube and another little thing here I'll show you a little bit later, but it does print and it looks great. So what I want to do tonight is I have the rest of the printed parts here ready to go. We're going to put on the rest of the panels. We're going to cable manage the back a little bit just to clean up the wiring. I have to change out the one of the fans connector is not great, so we're going to go ahead and swap that out. And the kit actually comes with, I think it did, it came with a whole bunch of DuPont connectors. So if you wanted to make your own cables or make them custom length, you could do that. Or I hate crimping these, so I honestly just like cutting the cable, shortening it, and then soldering it and putting some shrink tubing over it. I prefer that, especially in a part that's not moving very much, which anything in the back really isn't going to be moving at all. I mean, it's kind of whatever you decide, but either way, it's nice they have these, so I'll keep that out. We're also going to, so work on that in a minute. I'll show you some of the prints that I've been working on because I've been using the resin printer most of the weekend because I want to print out some D&D minis for my brother, his kids, and my daughter. They're going to play some D&D this summer. My daughter's getting more into it, which is great. I'm not into it, but I really like printing the things. It's a lot of fun. So I have some minis that I've got printed so far. Tried to print a few more complicated things that didn't work because my FEP was very much like textured because of just all the prints on it. And FEP, for those of you uninitiated with resin printing, FEP is the plastic here in the bottom. It sounds like a drum. It's stretched really, really tight, and the screen is underneath here, and then as the build plate lowers down, it cures a level of resin, lifts up, you hear a and it comes off the bottom and it comes back down, squeezing another layer of resin there, or trapping another layer there, and then it just exposes that again. I've had this is my Anycubic Photon, the original. I've had this for 4 or 5 years maybe, and I don't print with it that often, but when I do, it's reliable. But the FEP is just gotten a little bit too textured, and I had failures, and then when I cleaned off the last failure, I punctured it. So I'd say 5 years with the same FEP, several dozens of prints, a couple hundred hours worth, not too bad. So that's what I'm going to work on first today, is I'm going to get this off, put a new one on. I've never done this before, so we're just going to see how it goes, because I don't know. I've got the directions here. We'll roll up here with the overhead camera and see if how easy this is and whatnot. So let's switch over to here. Let me straighten this out a little bit. There we go. And I think this is as zoomed in as this camera gets. Let me see here. I don't think that I can do any more zoom. Let's configure video, camera control, zoom. Yeah, that is as high as it gets. So, okay. So this is the vat is called. It's an aluminum vat for the Anycubic Photon. And again, we're going to swap out this plastic. We've got, 8 screws here to take out first. And then it's like 24 screws after this. It's honestly a quite labor-intensive task to swap this out because it has to be very tight, and it has to, the reason why it has to be so tight is so that any resin can't leak out of it, because then that would be a bad day. Because if this gets on your LCD screen and down into the machine, you can clean it out, but it's pretty tough, especially if it cures down there, because if there's any light bleed from the UV light underneath like where the screen is, if there's any bleed out there, then you're really, really gonna have a rough day, because you're gonna ruin the machine. I'm going to get a pair of gloves now, because there is a bit of resin in there that I would prefer not getting on my hands. Resin is extremely toxic, most of it, and you can have a pretty severe burn or allergic reaction to it. So it's safer just to play it safe. Did I get all the screws? I didn't get all the screws out. I need them all out first. There. Look at all those screws. Oh my God. You see all those? There are 24 of them. And they are a size down. I'm using my straight hex instead of the ball end. And this way it has to have a little bit of flex to it, so that it can fit down into the groove of the other one. But all 24 of these have to come off. I don't want to use power tools because I don't want to ruin any of these heads. So that's also why I'm not using a ball head here. Okay, I have the spool holder, which I think is the final piece I need to print for the V0. It's printing now. I am pretty upset with some of the parts off the V0. I greatly dislike some of the way they were designed and completed. Like the cam locks are just, I feel like they're impossible to print. But once I get the V0 done, we're going to try and reprint them. And the cam locks are these little guys here. They don't print well at all on the Mark III. I don't really know what the issue is with it, but they just print really bad. I'm going to give it one more shot in ABS. If I still can't get it, then I'm going to just print them in PLA. They'll be a different color, but at least they'll work. Okay, so last screw here. Okay, take this off. We can take this away now and throw this in the trash. Okay, so then now we have to we took out the 24 screws, put the new FEP in between the two sheets, rings, and install those 24 screws back. You may need to force the screws in. So I need to cut this open somehow. Did that get me in, or is that still sealed? It's like impossible to see because it's having a real hard time seeing how to get this thing open. Definitely need to open it. Oh, there we go. If I just pull hard enough, it'll open up. Oh, there it goes. It is just stuck on. It goes like that. This one goes like this. It doesn't say to do any type of space or anything on it. Put the FEP film between the two sheet rings and install those 24 screws back. You may need some force to screw it in. Okay. So that's pretty centered. See how much force, or am I going to need to puncture these? Nope, that just goes right in like that. Let's just go. I guess I probably should do every one just to ensure that a little bit of tension that's there. It's not really tensioned at all though, it's just never done this before, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully it works. Oh man, this is so many screws. The reason why you also have to have the good tension on this, well, just the right tension, is because when you want this to stay nice and snug, so when the plate comes up and it pulls the cured resin off, that it doesn't like come up with it too much, because it only lifts a little bit, maybe a mil or two. Think of it as like Z-hop, but for resin. But I want to get more of these miniatures printing, and I might end up actually getting out my old Mars printer as well. The Photon I always have out. I like it. It works rather well. And I like that it's a hinged door, so it fits on my shelf nicely. The Mars does not, because you have to take off the entire top of it. There's no hinge. So then we flip, and we're going to clean this real quick. Let me just get some alcohol real quick. Get the new bottle down. I could give this thing a nice good cleaning real quick. There's no way to get this thing like perfectly clean once the FEP's installed, because then there's a little ridge that resin can get stuck in, and normally does. I can never quite get it perfectly cleaned out, but I can get it close. Okay, so there's that. Let's throw this away. Now we take this, and I wonder if I should, I'll probably trim it down now, I guess. Didn't know quite when I should. Where's my little X-Acto knife? Nope, that's not an X-Acto knife, that's a screwdriver. Nice that this is steel. I don't have to worry about going through it. Because anytime you deal with something that's plastic, you're always worried about like cutting through it or something. Okay, so we'll just put these in nice and slow. Make sure that we have a nice even tension all the way around. Just doing it until they snug up. Oh, wait a second, I missed a screw on the other side. I see it right here. Yep, right there. There you are, little bugger. Guess you gotta pay attention to what you're doing. We can try this again. Let's just get all these in here. Okay, so we're going to go top snug, bottom snug, right side, left side, and now crisscross. Back to here. I'm just going to check, see which ones are proud a little bit. That's pretty tight. I hope it's not too tight. But I guess there's only one way to find out, really. Throw this in the printer here. Tighten it down. Okay. Close that up for now. That is out of the way. So now let's clean up. And we can bring the V0 in. We can work on that. My garbage can is full from all the stuff I've been working on over the weekend. put this away. Get this stuff out of the way. Okay. Gloves off. I need to buy another box of gloves. I'm getting low. Okay, on to the V0 now. Which I have to say, once you put the panels on, it's not the easiest thing in the world to pick up and move around. So, yeah, there's that. I need to put this back on. So you see I got the top hat attached. Didn't have that the other day. The PTFE tube goes in there. We're going to end up zip tying this, I think. I haven't decided yet. I might just leave it free for now, and we'll see how it goes. But this needs to get put in to here. So this is just the 80L or 80XL, whatever it's called, for this screw is too long. Or is it? It just needs to move over this way some. Guessing that's too long. Where's the 8mm at? I said it needed a 10 there, though. That's good enough for now. I also want to just take this there's a little bit of hair on the corner here. Take that off. That's good enough there. Okay, so I want to do the rest of the side panels on this. So, which I need to pull up the documentation on. So I need 2 M3 nuts, which I think I put them away. M5. 3, I did put them away. So in each of these uprights, I need 2 to go in. It's easier to do it this way. Okay, so got a plate ready here. And then which ones are we doing? Of course, I click away. So the full size in the top corner, the little ones down there. No VHB tape, okay. Just this one has pretty good edges. So, okay, we need it 3 by 8 millimeters. We're going to use this. And then we need a bigger one here. that's not the right one, because that doesn't fit. Did I print the wrong ones for this? No, I had more somewhere, didn't I? Oh, they're right here. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, these are the right ones. Because there's left and right side. No, that didn't go in. Okay, so now we can slide this up and in here like that. Okay, those are tight. Now I need to get one of these little guys, these little corner ones. These are definitely going to need to be reprinted. My whole desire right now is to get this thing enclosed so that I can reprint them with this machine. How many times am I going to miss this? There we go. And crank it on. Good deal. All right, so we need two more. 1, 2. So I will say the kit is short quite a lot M3 nuts. I know I didn't lose this many, but it's short, I guess now I think about it, because this is a V0.1 kit, and I'm building a V0.2 with it instead. So that's a prime reason why it's short. Because the V0.1 does not require this many M3s because the whole top is 3D printed. Okay, so now we need to just slide that down a smidge, slide this up, slide it down a smidge more. Okay, a lot of magnetism going on there. And it works. This looks like crap, but you know what? Hey, that's at least one panel on there. Okay, so now let's rotate and we can do our top front. 3, 4. That is nice though that with the new version, the 4 sides are all the same size. So that is really nice. And they're square, where the V0.1, they were trapezoids. So you got to make sure you cut those correctly, or that they were cut correctly for you, I should say. I cannot get my giant fingers to put these in properly. did that the whole time. Okay, so we'll start off with the bottom ones here. And then this one. Yeah, these look bad. I was not close enough to the bed when these printed, and they finished, but the surface finish is not great, so we'll definitely be reprinting these in the very near future. Let me get another panel here ready. So this was definitely this is polycarbonate, so this was definitely CNC cut. They did deburr most of it, but one piece, so that first back piece there, and this one needs some deburring as well. It's just you just can see the. I say deburr. I mean, technically, I think that's right. Take my little needle file here and knocking that off. Just do it at an angle if you've never done this. Don't want to scratch the actual viewing part of this. Okay. That one. That one. Okay. Now for the difficult bit of this. Let's see here. So we need to do this guy goes on this side. Oh my goodness. There we go. There's that one. Okay. See if we can sync this one now. Oh, money. That one meets up okay. So definitely can reprint all those. Not a big deal. Okay, and then nope. Nope. Yep, that one. that one first. Quit sliding. Quit sliding. Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay, so you can do this. Maybe we can't. Hold it up a little bit. Okay, we got it. Sweet. Okay, and then make sure that it does close okay. Perfect. Okay, now for this last one, 4 more nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, I don't know, I love this and I hate this. Like, I hate how hard these are to, like, get once they're in. But I do like how, like, satisfying it is that they all kind of stay in there. I don't know. I think I'm mostly on the I don't like it train. Oh, I dropped another one. Okay, so this one. There's that one there. And then this one's for down here. Okay. Okay, now we got this corner one now. Romulus, happy Father's Day. Thank you, sir. And to you as well, if you are a dad and or a man. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do this one now. This one's decent. Okay, those are all just in now. Now I'll get this piece polycarbonate, and I am going to have to deburr the one side of it. You can already see the scuffs there. It's not too bad. That's better. Okay, so now, just to loosen these two up, I should be able to just slide this in. we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, that one came out. Dang it. I can fix that in a minute. Okay. So this one missed or came out. Do that. Forward. Push back in a little bit. Nope, that went too far. About there. Hot dog. And then I have one more that needs to go in the back here. Actually, two more needs to go in the back. Oh no, just the one. Because these are the wrong for the back, right? Yeah, the back's supposed to get these full-size ones here. Can I lean this here without something falling, breaking? We're going to have to... How are we going to do this? Ah! Dang it. Dang it. This is difficult. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. I keep forgetting that the front door comes off. Now I can put it on its face without damaging that. Okay, there's that one. You go away. And that one. Okay, now we just got the other two to do. On this side, bring it up a little bit. There. About there should work. Bingo. I think I missed it. Yeah, I missed it. Right there. Aha, there we go. Okay, so all of those done. Make sure these are tight. This is the 80 millimeter top. I bought it from, let me look again. KB3D is where I ordered it from. They had 80 and 100. I decided on the 80 because I don't know. I don't really see the difference of an extra 20 mil. I don't know. All right, we need to get these wires under control. This is the cable right here that we need to redo. So we'll do that in a minute. But I need to figure out how to get all of these cables under control, which I think is going to be as simple as let's get a sticky. I got these cable management stickies. We're just going to use these. Do one right here in the middle. We're not going to do that one. We'll figure that out in a minute. But for these guys here, you're going to come on top. Okay, these are all going to get fastened down to there. Actually, I'm going to just do all of that like that, like that. I think that's pretty good. I think that does a pretty good job cleaning that up. We can loop that back in there. I like that. One's 100. I like the extra room for the cable under 0. True, an inch is a lot on the printer this small, so fair point. That's not super cinched, it's just kind of enough to hold those in their place. And then if I should do one more, let's do one more down there. It's easy enough to snip away, but getting the cables out of the way will improve your airflow because there's less obstructions for the air to be diverted. And it's not like it's a very big fan cooling this. It's a 30 mil fan, that's it. Can I use this to hold it? Yes, I can. Like that. Tightening this is going to be a bit of a pain. You can see that already. These cables are all going to go down there. Oh, I missed one. I missed that guy right there. Of course, it's right after I finally get it zipped. Good thing the ties are cheap, and I have billions of them. Okay, now we can get all of those cables down underneath there. Okay, nice and loose, just enough to hold the tension and to hold them out of the way. Okay. This guy here is huge. What are you? You're the end stop. We're going to pull you down underneath. And I have to put the new zip tie back down here. Forgot I had redid when I had messed with the power. I needed to redo this zip tie. Just going to pull this cable down into here. Rather hide the slack underneath than up top. A little bit more slack on that. Yep, just like that. Perfect. Send it, cut it. Okay, underneath is managed. This, again, let's change this. This can be here. This will go on top. For now, I need to buy those. I should probably do that tonight. Hop on Amazon and buy a new thing there. Okay, so those are all down out of the way now. This I don't like. I'm going to change this a little bit here. I haven't put the back panel on yet. Haven't had any issues putting ABS. Still tinkering with it. Get just right. Yep. I just want to get it on so that it's kind of out of the way. But I'm going to just put all of these cables just going to do like this here. And then like that. Now just put it up here, up out of the way. I need to get a heat sink for this. I think I have boatloads of them. That's a big heat sink. But I've got this is from back when I used to do computer modding and I was modifying graphics cards and I needed extra heat sinks for components. So that's all in, that's all in. All right, now for this guy, we're going to make this shorter because this is way too long. So I'm thinking about here should be fine. Hope so, because I cut it. This is going to be tough because these wires are tiny. Don't know how I'm going to be able to get these to crimp, but I will try my best. If not, I will just solder on a pigtail that already has it on there. Make my life simple. It's really nice that the kit comes with all of these connectors, honestly. Super unnecessary, but nice nonetheless, to have them. It also did not include this fan, so I think this is a V0.2 edition, was this fan. I don't know though. I need my wheat crimpers. think I got it. Looks like I got it. Okay, let's try this one now. Okay. I got that one too. Although that did not crimp properly. Okay, let's see if we can fit it in the connector now. So if it goes in this way, positive is over here. Negative is here. Ooh, they are tiny wires. My goodness, tiny, tiny wires. And I almost made that too short. Almost made that too short. Oh, Shane, goofball. Okay, I think that is about as good as we're going to get with the cable management. I don't think it's too bad either. So yeah, let's get ready to seal this back up. Let me go here. Just want to verify I put everything in the right place on the back panel. Okay, so I need corners, which I thought, did I not print enough corners now that I'm looking at this? So you are this corner. I need one for this side. Man, every time I look, it's something else that I didn't print. Where's my back panel? We can just... I left that loose so I could do that. You go there in the middle. Oh, this just has a single one. So I didn't print any of those, I don't think. So yeah, the single, I think for right now I'm just going to use this small one, even though it's not correct, but it will get the panel firmly secured. And you missed. Yeah, at least gets that secured there. And this side panel. There's that. Then over here, I have another small one here that's the right orientation, but the wrong size. Pull it down a little bit here. Okay. that one, that one, that one, that guy, this one, and then this one. What do we got here? Extruder stepper, the K-Wi-Fi set kit isn't in their repository, ended up being a 1 amp and the default configuration. Yeah, Rami was, so definitely had to mess with that. It was set low. I am actually sitting at 0.8 in order to get it to work well. I have another motor here that came with something that I bought, I don't know how long ago, but I do have another one in case that doesn't get the job done. I can easily just replace it. Okay, so these last two here are for the spool holder, which still has 50 minutes left. So that is going to be in a minute. But let's take a look at this now. I'm going to switch to my cameras here. Okay, so I used a different arm today for the camera. All right. Oh my goodness. I don't like the cam thing. I just might not even use it. But there's that. There's that. And that is a completed Voron V0.2 called Harley Quinn. I don't think it looks too bad. I definitely think these should have been white up top. These blue are okay, but I think the top corner should all be white. And I am out of white ABS. So even if I wanted it that way, it doesn't matter because I don't have any more. And I don't think I'm going to buy another spool just to print those. I probably will, but I don't want to. Yeah, so I really don't like these cams that go in here. So let me show you. Here are the ones that were originally for it. Let me see if I can. So they have the little Voron logo in there, and then you put like a wash there to turn it. That didn't work well, so I printed out them using the hex, and it also does not work well. They just... Hey Aaron, happy Father's Day to you too, buddy. Thank you. Hope you are enjoying time with your family. Hang on, I need to turn the air conditioner on because I'm getting hot now. What was I saying? So, yeah, I really don't like these. This one's already reamed out. The ones with the Voron logos, this one is all cracked out. I really wish that there was just a metal replacement for just that. That would be so much better because they suck. Real bad. Real bad. So, but I think it's okay for now, just kind of like this. I almost would not mind trying to figure out how to modify this and reprint it to host like a real strong neodymium magnet so that when it closed, it just was closed with that. I mean, it closed with enough force now. But also, I highly doubt there's any getting these screws out because they are red Loctited in, and that stuff is basically permanent. Yeah, not too bad. So I need to print those. Once that spool holder gets done, we'll put the spool holder on, and then I would like to try ABS. So let me show you the print that came off of this. I have two prints that came off of it, actually. Let's see how well I can get this to focus. So here is the first one, if I can find that focus zone. Don't refocus, please. So, right right there. It came out pretty doggone nice. You can see right here from the cooling not being greatest, but I mean, look at the finish is just great. And again, that top there. I did the bridging under right there. The bridging looks really good. So then I printed out, this is a D&D mini part. And this is at 0.15 layer height. But this also just looks great. Like, really great. This, I mean, I have not really done any tuning on this, really. Whoops, that got loose. Can you stay like that? Maybe like that? Cool. Haven't really done any tuning on this yet. I'm printing slowish. I'm not printing terribly fast on it, but out the gate. Did have to make some concessions though. So Stealth Chop is enabled on this because running, what's the other one? Not Stealth Chop. Whatever the other one is. The motor's whining and hissing pretty bad. Really annoying. Couldn't really deal with the sound, so I decided to just do Stealth Chop. I'm not trying to do a 1 minute benchy with this. I'm not trying to do any speed printing. I don't speed print. Spread cycle, thank you. Yeah, so we're running Stealth Chop instead of spread cycle. Because, yeah, it just would not, that's super annoying. Could not stand it at all. So that's what we're going with. I think I'll leave the two of them separate. I think that's okay. I haven't done the input shaper yet, which I have the board here. I just need to make I thought I made a harness for that, but I'm guessing I didn't. So one day I'll make a harness to go from here to the board and then be able to just do that natively. I've never done that before. Take that back. I think I did it on Bumblebee, the BLV MGN Cube. I think so, but I don't remember. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to put this on my desk, actually, for a little bit. I like it. It's cute. I think I'll be using it here for the next little while on just various small projects, especially I'm going to do a bunch of these minis. Yeah, I think I'm going to just put it on my desk, and it's going to be a feature there for a little bit. I just need to run some power over there. But I did have it over there earlier because I did do leveling the bed and all that. But yeah, I like just throwing those in. I might put some Loctite on the two screws in the back there because that just makes it easy just to be able to push this all the way in and go down. I just don't want any of those coming loose. But I am pleasantly surprised with this machine. I can definitely say that. Definitely has some quirks. ABS printing on it is not the greatest. The parts that I put on there are not the greatest, so I might try to reprint some of them on it. But I'm happy. I am happy for now. My second Volron machine, the first one I did was a Volron Legacy, which works okay. I think I need to mess around with it a little bit more. It prints pretty well. You can print all the functional parts. Yes, you can print all the functional parts on this. So if I do want to do a 2.4 or something at a later date, which I don't know, maybe when I move next year, maybe I'll do that. Kind of need to wait and see if I want to do that or not, because that is a huge chunk of money that I do not absolutely have. Just very little revenue coming in, so investing in a very expensive printer, I don't think so. Maybe I'll do that, Aaron. So I still need to do my final video on the Legacy. And maybe I will upgrade the extruder. I might switch it to direct drive because right now it's Bowden. But definitely need to remind me that another day, Aaron, because I'm sorry, I'm going to forget that today. But I definitely want to heed your advice and take a look at that. But I wanted to build that pretty much stock, except for the bed, the only thing I really changed on it. To be able to kind of evaluate that, I wanted to build this with the cheapest kit possible so that I could evaluate it and see how it is. Thank you, Aaron. So yeah, I really just wanted to build the cheapest kit that I could find on AliExpress and see how it worked. And so far, it's not too bad. Auto bed leveling on this would be nice, like Auto Z probe, but now that it's set, it shouldn't really ever change. Because the bed is an absolute rock solidness, like absolutely rock solidness. So I'm very impressed with how well this just doesn't move at all. Like really, like it's the whole printer moving. It's not even that. It's pretty fantastic. So we'll have to see what ABS is like in this now that it is fully enclosed to see how well that does. I thought there were supposed to be side pieces on the top hat as well, but I guess not. Yeah, there's not. Which is fine. Let me just double check here that I finished all the steps for all the parts. That's on there. And then assembly complete. Yep, so it's just the spool holder that I'm waiting on, which is great. Okay, I can clean up some of this stuff now. Because my luck, I'm going to knock something over. This rise up? Yes, it did. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, definitely certain bolts had a lot of extra, certain ones not at all. This thing just sucks. Totally just reamed out. I think I'm going to have to print those in PLA. And they're hidden at least, so if I make them a different color, I think it'll be fine. Just PLA is so much stronger than ABS. ABS is better temperature resistance, but PLA is just a stronger material for its, what's it, tensile strength, I guess it is. I need a yeet counter for how much I drop stuff. I need to figure that out, how to do that. That would be quite fun. Where's that little bolt at? I also need to get a trash bag because things are pretty crazy right now. So this finished. I had another resin print finish, but sadly there were supposed to be several rats in here and only one actually finished. I don't know if it finished the whole way or not. Oh, it did finish the whole way. Sweet. These ones did not. Can I manually focus you? So these guys did not finish, and you can see there's lots in there that didn't. This is the only guy that finished. So these are rodents of unusual size, I think is what they're called from Princess Bride. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Ooh, I'll show you guys another something I made real quick. Oh no, his foot didn't print. Dang it. I'll have to redo that one as well. Okay, so I have this. This just finished off of the off Bumblebee. So 0.6mm nozzle printing 0.3 layers. Excuse me. A little bit stringy because the fans are super powerful on it. And but this is for storing your dice and minis in, and it even has a lock. So it just has an assembly that goes in there. Yeah, very cool. I'm going to paint this. I'm going to paint this. I have no idea how that's going to go. But I'll probably end up doing it as, I think, streams probably during the week this week. But this was free. This was off of Thingiverse, Aaron. Absolutely free model. So it just needs pins that go in the hinges still. And then the actual assembly, which I'm going to start printing actually when the stream's over. I'm going to go over and print the assembly, and then there's two little hangers that go on the side. So this is just out of this is a weird black PLA from Zildtech. It's the only thing I really had a full spool of, because this took the better part of a spool. I just did 3 perimeters, 10% infill, and that was it. So it's actually quite light, but it's still hefty enough that it won't break. And what I'm thinking is that I'm going to put this in my my rollerboard, and I'm going to pack all of the finished minis into here with like some type of padding, and that way I know that they won't get broken on the trip back later this month. Again, it's 0.3, so it's not perfect, but that's okay. I'm just going to do some self-etching primer to fill in some of the mishaps of it, give it a quick sand on some of these sharp edges, because the top came a little bit sharp there, kind of where it finished. But yeah, this was a very, very cool print to do. I thought it would be kind of fun to store the D&D stuff in. So I might end up making another one for myself, because I'll probably leave this with my brother, since he and his boys play D&D the most. I think I'll leave it with them. Definitely not turning into a D&D channel or printing channel, but I bought this airbrush kit a few years ago, and I've been dying to really use it. So I think this will be a good project to kind of spread my wings on and try to do it, you know? Let's see, what else am I working on? I need to put this away real quick. Hang on a second. I'll take that off. Put this on. Close this up. But yeah, I think I'll get down to Mars here and do some prints on it as well, because I'd like to speed up at the rate that I'm printing the minis. I definitely would like those to be a little bit faster. You know what? Let's start a print on this right here. Let's do that. Let me get my cable. Just had one out recently. Okay. I think I already have a file sliced. It's another one of these rock formations. But you guys can kind of watch it during its first prints. See how it does. So let me warm this guy up. Where are we at here? Harley. Okay. I'm still finishing setting up my settings in oh wait, I need to turn that one on. Slice and dice. oh wait, no, 0.15. And then filament is PLA, slice now. And then reconnect. That looks pretty good. This is at 0.15 again. So, and then we have to load in some filament. So I'm just finishing up using some of the protopasta that I have laying around here. Again, just to really try and use it up. I get their filament monthly now, so I definitely have a reason to use it. Do I still use my Prusa Mini clone? Yes, I do. I actually just used it, or my daughter just used it, for a school project. She had to invent something, and I told her to invent something that needed to be 3D printed. Well, not to be 3D printed, but I told her she could use the 3D printer to prototype her design, and that's what she did. Okay, there's that. Close the doors. Get the filament. Set up my temporary spool there. It'll work. And then we're going to tell it to upload and print. And I'm going to check it on this computer here. Oh, there it goes. I do need to change up the startup script though. I'm using the one straight from Bullrun. I'm not the biggest fan of it because it heats up the bed first and the bed by itself. So, but then it just starts going. I just want to make sure my first layer is okay. Come down a little bit more. Oh, that's too much. Oh, I screwed that up. That's okay. That's all right. There it goes. I mean, it's pretty quiet. You guys can hear this or not. It's pretty quiet. Definitely a lot louder when the fans are going and that's open. Oh, I didn't make sure that the little fan is working under there. Yep, it's running. Okay. The little 30mm fan in the back is running. Hey, Eric. So, Pet, you just ordered one. So, it works. The one thing that happened to mine is that the extruder broke when I shipped it. So, I'm running the Vertex extruder on there now. I kind of want to go back to the original one so I don't have to have the modified G-code on it. But yeah, I mean, it works. It's pretty quick, honestly. I just usually print PLA stuff on it and small things. But it's definitely a nice little printer. This might be a smidge nicer than that, but I'm kind of okay with that. It's definitely a good learning piece. Yeah, because I ended up ordering 2 of those and I gave one away. I remember that. Because I, pay so close attention to what I order. you can set that in firmware now. You don't need the modified G code. Well, Aaron, again, that's another thing you're going to have to show me because I did not see that. I mean, I also print on that printer probably once every like 2 months. I need to do something small that I'd rather do on there than one of the other i3s or one of the other custom builds. I'm definitely, so Nemesis. So you guys saw on the stream on, um, it's in the secret menu. Oh, okay. So you definitely saw I fixed Nemesis the other day, and I had one good print off of it. I went to print again, and it's skipping again. So I'm going to try to up the motor current and print again. And if that doesn't do it, I'm going to replace that bare extruder completely. I don't know what the issue is with it. But it's definitely my nemesis because it has been more issue. It has worked less than any other printer has. And it's the straight up bare 2.1, nothing fancy with it at all. So I'm going to up the voltage on the extruder and see if that helps a little bit. Because most of them, I think I run them at like 0.4, 0.5. Usually that's pretty fine for all the other printers, but that one, I don't know. It definitely needs some work. So when something doesn't work on there, I end up going like Hound, or one I have not used it forever is Megatron. I might end up selling Megatron. I just don't use it at all, really. I haven't used it. It's been holding filament for the past like 4 months. Definitely not one that I've been using a lot lately, which is fine. I mean, you have a lot of printers. You're not going to use every one of them all the time. Happy Father's Day to you too, Eric. Thank you. My family is away, so that's why I'm spending it here in my office. And I hope all of you, I know it's still it's afternoon now, please spend time with your family. But I appreciate you all coming to say hello to me and hanging out. I do appreciate it. But if this is your way to get away because it's Father's Day and they're giving you your time, you deserve it. So good job, dads. There's also an LED mod that you can do on this. I saw it in the build or whatever, the Fusion file. But obviously no materials came in this because that's for a V1, not the V2, 0.2. This is also now the smallest Core XY that I own. It's a very tiny one. You have giant ones like the BLV, the medium, like was the Hypercube, now the Volron Legacy, and now this little guy. Which is funny because I think this is the build volume. This is less than the build volume of Bumblebee, the BLV, MGN, and Cube. That is a large printer that can do large things with such a large nozzle. I like the 0.6. The 0.6 works well. I never had any luck with anything bigger, like a 0.8. Never had any luck with those. It's cute. I like it. I think the colors came out really good. I think the colors look great. It's really nice to be able to alternate where the different beams are and the different colors. I think that was a very good choice. I forget who, might have been you, Eric. There was one person watching when I was deciding this, and they were the ones that said alternate would look cool and be different. I said, yes, it would. I agreed with them. And so here we are with the alternating extrusion. So definitely does look unique. I can give it that. It looks way more pink on screen than it does in person. It's pretty pink, but it definitely looks more pink on camera than it does in person. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to do tonight on stream. I don't really want to do the resin stuff on stream because that's going to take me a minute to go and reslice what I need to reslice. So, I mean, the motors are definitely a little bit louder in spread cycle rather than, or in stealth chop rather than spread cycle. But after it does like the fast moves, it's basically silent again. So I like it. White. Those definitely need to be white. I have officially changed my mind on that. Top hat needs to be all white. The blue and blue here, I just don't like the way that looks. But I think the white caps on here look really nice. So I think changing that would look better. And printing them better, because man, they did not come out great. Ooh. Those are all squared up now. Just a little bit off. All right. Well, let's zoom out maybe. Yeah. Like that, please. There we go. Okay. Well, I think that's where I will call it tonight. We've got our third ever print going on here. We've had some successful prints so far. Hopefully to get many more off of this and try some other filaments. And again, once I'm kind of happy with just the PLA on this, we'll switch over to ABS and we'll give ABS a try. I still have a lot of the blue left, so I can reprint. I'll start with just 4 of these and go from there. Again, it doesn't go terribly fast. I don't have it going fast yet. I want the quality, and these came out amazing at a slower speed. So let's see how long they took actually. If I look here, so the oh, it doesn't say on here because I didn't change that. I need to change my output G code because I like having the time actually in the file name so that I never have to be like, how long did this take to print? I just go look back at the file, and easy to tell there. But yeah, all right, I'm going to call it there for the night. I'm going to work some other stuff here in the shop, clean up a little bit because it's a wreck. And yeah, so happy Father's Day to everybody. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I greatly do appreciate it. So if you guys want to come hang out, show your progress, tell me what you're working on, or keep in touch while I'm working on these things because I'm always asking questions, especially lately doing firmware. Click the link down for Discord. It's free to join. Just come hang out. Again, share your projects, or if you want to help other people out, it's a great place to come and hang out with the crew. If you want to help me out, support the channel, there's a bunch of links down below. So thank you for supporting me with any of those usages. I greatly appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you just hanging out today. So thanks for watching. Happy printing. I'll see you all next time.